Okay, it is Sunday still, and we're gonna have some lunch. Now, you know we like to kind of do a buffet on the weekends, right? Okay, so we're going to do that for lunch, but I don't know about my hubby right now, but I know that for me, he doesn't know either, but for me, what I would like to do is keep at Simply Filling. And so that's gonna be a big test for me. I wanna see what I can do Simply Filling at the buffet. Now, mind you, I'm not that hungry right now anyway, so it might be pretty easy. And that's another thing too, is that with Simply Filling, it's like you can really stick in a bunch of fiber, because those high fiber foods are all you can eat, no point on Simply Filling. So what happens is you're filled up for a lot of the time, and so I'm not ravenous like I normally would be. So I think my choices are going to be a little better. So anyway, let's see what happens. I'll show you what I choose. Alright, so I had some baked fish and salad. I found some brown rice with a vegetable medley, and then I had a little bit of a sweet potato with some of a fall apple salad on top. I was really surprised to find some really healthy things. Right, we are back, and we had a great time at the buffet. Okay, so what I did was I stayed on Simply Filling. I did great. Now, the sweet potato, I kind of like split that open, and I put this apple red onion salad inside of that, which was amazing. I think there was a little bit of a vinaigrette on it, so there was probably some oil on that. And I'm just going to count that as my daily allotment of oil, because on Simply Filling you can have, what, 2 teaspoons of like olive oil for the day, and I don't think that was 2 teaspoons full, but so maybe I'll count 1. But other than that, I mean, it was great. And I ate like half of that plate, and then for dessert I ended up getting the pineapple, which I ate half of that pineapple, so I ate like a 1/4 cup of pineapple for 0 points. And then I got that 1 donut hole, and that 1 donut hole was 2 points. So I was going to eat a 1/4 of it, but then I figured out, okay, I'm going to get charged a point anyway, so I just ate the half of a donut hole. And it was good. All I wanted was a taste, and that was it. That was all I had. So I made it out of the buffet, Vegas buffet, with 1 point on Simply Filling. Isn't that awesome? And I felt great. So how did you do?
Me? I am looking forward to starting the program in earnest tomorrow.
Okay, that's how he did. So there were some things there. My husband loves buffets, and he enjoyed it. I'm not going to take that away from him here. We only go like, what, once a week at the most, so it's okay. But anyway, yeah, we're talking about it, and I'm going to help prep him for tomorrow and for the week. So just want to let you know, I love it so far. Really, really love it so far. See you guys. It is late. We're going back to church this evening, but so this might be my dinner, or it might just be a snack before dinner. I'm not sure. But I'm having 2 of these breads here for 0 points on Simply Filling, and I've got 2 tablespoons of the PB Fit inside. I could put some bananas in here. That would be really good. I've just got like a teaspoon of sugar-free syrup in here. That's 0. And then 1 apple cut up, and I've got a little decaf coffee with 1 tablespoon of this for 0 points. If I have 2 tablespoons, then it's 1 point. So I kept it down to 1. So this whole snack here, dinner, whatever it is 1 point. My dinner for tonight, I'm using about 1/2 cup of the grains that I put in the crock pot the other day, or in my rice cooker. And I've got some zucchini, and I used in the pot, I think it was 1/4 of an ounce of this Thai kitchen red curry paste, which was 0 points. I used however much came up to be 0 points, which was about 1/4 of an ounce. And then some of these liquid aminos, and I have garlic in here, a few black beans, and then a little, I don't know if I'll add sea salt or not. I might have it without. And I actually reheated and cooked everything with vegetable broth. So this is my dinner tonight, and it is all 0 points on Simply Filling, which is why I chose everything here. All right, this is what I'm having for breakfast this morning. The boys were having Kodiak pancakes, and I didn't want the points, so I'm going with 0 point French toast using the egg beaters and 1 egg, and then the Sara Lee bread. Got some sugar-free syrup for 0 points and some blackberries, again 0 points. And I'm going to have a smoothie with a half of a scoop of this, half of a scoop of this, half of a cup of the cashew milk, and spinach, lots of spinach, some strawberries, ice, cinnamon, some water, and this actually comes out to be a 1 point smoothie. So I got a lot of goodness here. That means that my breakfast, all this abundance on Simply Filling, is 1 point. Isn't that awesome? That's like crazy incredible. I'm making my lunch, and I'm using one of these. I think I might make 2 and see if I'm hungry enough. These tortillas are coming up. They're whole wheat, low carb. I got these at Costco. They're coming up as 0 points on Simply Filling, and so is this fajita mix from Trader Joe's. It's onions and peppers, which is really, really good. And I'm using 3/4 cup, which is coming up as 0 on Simply Filling. And I have some a hamburger meat mix here, which I'm only using 2 ounces of, because if it were 95% fat-free, it would be like 0 points, but I think it's 90%. And that's 4 points, and so I thought that's 4 points for 3 ounces, so I went down to 2 ounces. I also have a bunch of kale in here and a few black beans, so that's what's going to go inside my tortillas. I gave one of them to my hubby, and I'm going to have the other one, and so I'm going to cut the points in half. It was going to be 3 points, and I think I'm going to go down to, I'm going to do 1 point instead of the 2 points, so 1 point.
This is our dinner. I have made one of these for me and made a salad for my husband. So my husband has more egg. He's got 2 eggs in there. We've got one of the Tyson grilled and ready chicken breasts in here. A lot of veggies. I've got an 1/8 of a cup of avocado. An 1/8 of an avocado for 1 point, and then I used some of this on the lettuce portion, which is coming up as 0 points. It's a Sprouts dressing, and I used only 1 tablespoon throughout. And we're probably going to use a tablespoon of this as well. And so that will be, I don't remember, I think it's 1 point for 1 tablespoon. And then we're also having a half of the sweet potato, sugar-free syrup, and a half an apple apiece. And so there's our dinner tonight. So all of this, mine is 1 point and his is 1 point on Simply Filling.
This is my breakfast this morning. I've got a half cup of cooked oatmeal with 2 teaspoons of flaxseed meal, which is, I don't have to count it on Simply Filling if it's 2 teaspoons of that. And then I've got cinnamon, a little sugar-free maple syrup, and then just a smidgen of the, what do you call that, cashew milk. And this is my 1 point smoothie today, and I have blackberries instead of strawberries, because I don't have any strawberries. So this whole thing on Simply Filling is 1 point for this wonderful nutrient-filled breakfast. It looks a little darker today because of the blackberries, but I tell you what, this feels so good when it hits your tummy inside. It's just so satisfying. It's Tuesday, and I am trying to clean the house because we have company coming over on Thursday, and it's like so impossible with the kids. You know, it feels like I get something clean and then they come up right behind me and do their dirty work. So I may just put a disclaimer out in the front yard that just says, you know, I'm sorry I tried, you know, be forgiving. But anyway, we got some Christmas decorations up and we're not done with that yet. So I know it's early and it really peeves a lot of people to get it done before Thanksgiving. But since there were people coming over, I thought it'd be nice to have some atmosphere, you know what I mean, and have some decorations. So we're starting to put those out already. But anyway, Giselle asked me the other day, I will put Giselle's channel down below. Check her out because I love her to death. She's awesome. She is using iTrack bites. It's just like Weight Watchers. She has a wonderful journey, a lot of inspiration. But she asked me how Simply Filling was working out on the scale-wise. And excuse me, I wanted to get back with her about that and let you guys know too. Okay, so I started Simply Filling basically on Monday, last Monday, but I started tracking it on my device on Wednesday. Because Monday I was kind of like trying it out to see how I would feel before actually tracking it, and I liked it, so I went ahead and started doing it. Now, a few days ago I got on the scale and I was down like 0.4. And then today I got on the scale and I'm down another 0.6, so I'm down a whole pound since I started, which is great. You know, and honestly I was afraid I was going to put on weight because I am actually reintroducing more carbs than I was used to eating. But then again, I'm not eating other things as well, so it's kind of like a trade-off there. And apparently I'm ingesting less calories and other things that cause an issue. So that's fine. So I'm trying to incorporate a lot of whole foods, and I'm really appreciating the fact that I can still have eggs and, you know, chicken breasts and other things that I can still be on Simply Filling. And so I really feel like I'm never hungry, you know, or I never feel deprived at all. And I love the fact that I think it was causing a little stress. I needed a little break from SmartPoints because I think it was a little stressful to see every time I put something in the tracker, see the points constantly increase by 2, 3, 4, you know what I mean, at a time. And it just seemed like, oh, you know, I wanted it to slow down a little bit. But with Simply Filling, I love seeing so many zeros, and I love the fact that when I do count something, it's very often it's 1 point, and a lot of times it's 1 point for an entire meal because I'm using Simply Filling, you know, ingredients, and so I'm really, really glad about that. And so like last night we were putting the tree up, and I was hungry, and I thought, what am I going to eat? And normally, before Simply Filling, I probably would have looked for something that was kind of snacky. You know what I mean? Maybe a chip or something like that, chips or maybe something else. And I thought, think Simply Filling, just think Simply Filling. I thought about this, and I got up and I had like a handful of grapes, and they were really wonderful, and it was great. And then I was done, and I felt great because I felt like I could eat more if I needed more, but I think just the fact that I have given myself that permission, because Simply Filling gives me permission also, I just don't feel deprived, and I just left it alone. And so I think I needed the change of a mindset. And that's what I feel that it's really providing. And then not only that, but it is really guiding me to bring up the nutrient value of my foods. Because, you know, it's been said by different doctors that, you know, if you are lacking in nutrients that your body actually needs and it's asking for, and instead of giving your body those nutrients, you give it something like a salty chip or, you know, a package of cookies or something, your body's going to still be asking for the nutrient. You're going to still be snacky. You're going to be looking for that. So might as well give your body those things first off. And what I'm finding on Simply Filling, it's really easy to find those elements because they're free. And so I'm allowing my body to have those things, and my body's hunger signals shut off, and it's satiated, and it says thank you, and I'm just fine, and I don't have those cravings. And so I've been able to go and bypass so many things that I normally wouldn't be able to bypass. I mean, who goes to a Vegas buffet and eats half of a donut hole? Not me. So I'm really surprising myself. That alone is like a testament that something is changing. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know how I'm loving it and what's happening so far. So I don't know what's going to happen on Thursday, because once Thanksgiving's here, I sure hope I don't put that pound on back again that I just lost. But anyway, so pray for me that I can get through it and figure out a way how to do that. But for now, I will let you go. I'll get my day started. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you later.